Konnichiwa and welcome to a brand new video, this time in Japan. So without further ado, let's get it started. Alright, so let's go through my fastest lap. So I really like Japan. Japan is a really nice track. I like the ebbs and flows of the track, let's call it like this. So here, going into 7th gear, just downshifting there and then taking in these corners in 4th gear. So here it's really easy, so using a lot of the curves there, really good. So here in 6th gear, then going to 5th gear, you can take all of the sequence of corners in 5th gear. So these are the famous S's of Suzuka. You really can gain and lose a lot of time here, but yeah, remaining in 5th gear, going up here, then now you can shift upwards to 6th and 7th. You really need to be careful in all of these places. It's really easy. Here 50-meter board, flick your car, and then here brake really hard into 3rd gear. I'm using a lot of the curves that you can see here, avoiding that curve there because it's easy to wheel spin. Here hairpin, brake really hard into 2nd gear. So taking this sequence really tightly and then full on speed now, straight on. So here is a long straight or a right-handed straight, I would say. So going on here, it would really abuse the left wheel. So here after the 50-meter board, brake really hard into 5th gear. So taking this sequence of corners here, you can see that I've already gained a little bit more time, which I lost a little bit in the middle sector, or in the first sector I should say. So yeah, here is a long straight then, so it's just going on. You can see now I'm catching up to the Aston Martin and he is really indecisive and I need to be in the left hand side, but he's blocking it and I kind of had to avoid him, and lucky I didn't invalidate there, almost invalidated, but yeah. But I managed to gain a lot of time here, so I would have gained a little bit more time if not for the blocking, but yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, with that I was 131.2. I went out again in my last run, but I failed to make it better, so that's why I started last. But I think I had the pace at least to be around 10th position there, but at least it is what it is. I know I have a good car with me, so let's see how it go in the race. Of course, before that, looking into the strategies a little bit, so mediums to hards. I don't want to be too aggressive, and a fuel load of 0.7 laps worth of extra fuel. Alrighty then, so going into the race in itself, 5 lights and away we go. So long pause there, but it went on. So I have my medium strategy there, so you can see the hard tires are really dropping back and you can see I'm catching up with the front, so really good start already. But here you can see the 3 cars are going there. I just had to back out a little bit, and here I almost went into the Williams there. But yeah, so far so good. You can see the McLaren beside me, and yeah, he has a lot of momentum there. Probably could have went to the inside there, but yeah. So I'm being very conservative in the starting of the lap. I don't want to be too of a kamikaze in Japan. But yeah, so far taking these corners really gingerly because in the start your tires will be also a little bit cold. So you want to be as good on the throttle as you can be. So going through this sequence of corners, I had a little bit of a look there with the Williams. He was going a little bit slowly there, but yeah, nothing doing there. So I lose a little bit of momentum there. I also, I think, impeded a little bit the McLaren behind of me. Now you can see a dive bomb coming in there from the Williams. Yeah, but I just switched on my ERS at this point, and he was in the hard tires as well. So I had a little bit more momentum, a little bit more battery usage as well. But yeah, managed to keep it in 11th position, and let's see how it will go in the rest parts of the race. So now lap 3 here, you can see that the car in front of me, he's had a bit of a moment there. So I quickly turned on my ERS button. So I managed to get a little bit more power and just get past him in the straight. I think he didn't fight this because he knew that later on he would get DRS to get past me again. So maybe a little bit of race craft that I need to maybe build as well. Maybe I should have just stayed behind of him, but yeah, I had a lot more momentum. So yeah, you can see now it's going to be a very easy pass for him. He really did well to also stick behind me because it's really hard to overtake here, but yeah, still in P12. So lap number 5, you can see that it's going to be an incident there. You can see that the 2 cars in front of me, you can see they just took out each other. So I don't want to blame who was involved or was in fault, I should say. But yeah, because of that I gained 2 positions and I'm in P number 10. And the safety car is deployed. So lap number 12, you can see that the Red Bull there is trying to overtake my teammate in a very unconventional way. He went out of track a little bit there as well, of course, but it's all legal because he came back in after make the move. And yeah, in the inside there he managed to get past my teammate, so unfortunate for him. But yeah, so now fast forwarding a little bit, so you can see that we are following and going through these corners, but you're gonna see my teammate do a little bit of a mistake taking this corner here. His tires were in the curb and he wheel spin there, and yeah, just crashed out. Luckily, I think he managed to continue after that, but safety car is deployed again. So 2 safety cars, there was incidents that happened right in front of me, of course not caused by me, but yeah. So of course, not wanting to be left out in lap number 15, I had my own issues. Here you can see the Ferrari really close behind me. So here I wanted to go a little bit defensive and I just brake a little bit late, and you can see I made contact with the Red Bull there. So I would just go more in detail with a little bit of a slowed down motion in terms of what I was thinking going through these corners. You can see that coming out of this corner, I see the Ferrari really close to me. So at this point, I wanted to go a little bit defensive. That means going to the inside, to the left hand side, so that the Ferrari can't make a move. Here you can see now I'm starting to overthink a little bit, and then the Red Bull is in the outside there, just minding in his own business, and yeah, I just broke a little bit too late and I crashed with him. And I of course apologized after that, after the race of course with him, because it was completely my fault. But yeah, lost 1 place and gained 1 place. So you can see another view of the incident. You can see now the Ferrari coming in really close there, so I was very indecisive and broke really late there into the corner. So just basically just couldn't stop my car and had to bang the Red Bull there. The lucky thing is that of course I didn't get any damage out of this. So another view you can see here, totally my fault, but yeah. So I lived to fight another day, didn't get any damages as I mentioned. But yeah, I'm quite sad because I had to ruin another person's race because of that. But it is what it is. Let's keep going. And yeah, I'm in P number 8. So 1 lap later, you can see a lot of people in front of there, and you can see I'm trying to go a little bit slowly, a little bit of trauma now already. You can see that the 2 cars in front squabbling. I braked really early, and you can see now the Mercedes right on the outside just going past me quite easily. I would have maybe done a little bit better in my defense, but yeah, I guess I just had trauma just from the lap before. But yeah, P number 9. And just like that, already starting my last lap. So a few things that maybe I didn't mention throughout the race in itself. So you didn't see me going to the pits. That's because I went into the pits during the safety car, so that was nothing much to show there. 2 safety cars that came out quite well in time. So my strategy was supposed to be mediums to hard. So I went to the hard in the first safety car, and then when the second safety car came out in about lap 13 or so, I decided to go into the mediums. That's what the tire that you're seeing here. This tires was already almost second hand, but it gave quite good pace. My pace overall, I think in this race was not good enough to challenge for the people in front, but I managed to at least keep the people behind. So that was good. And retrospectives, of course, other than that, didn't have any spins. So I really liked this race. I went with a really aggressive setup. So shout out to Michael for discovering the setup and so that I can apply the setup in the race in itself. It was a little bit aggressive, but I managed to just keep it where it should be and not overdrive the car, as they call it. So you can see I'm gingerly pressing the throttle wherever I can. In this lap, in the final lap as well, I don't want to risk it, so I'm just going really slowly. I know I have the gap already. I don't have any warnings. That's also another, I guess, good thing from this race. No warnings, no spins, except for 1 mistake with the Red Bull there, which I could have avoided. But yeah, it is what it is, as I mentioned there already. So I'm coming in now here, taking in the last sequence of corners, coming in here, and I will finish in P number 7. So the final standings, I finished overall P7, but in my tier, I finished P1. But of course, it's a victory which I have to kind of temper down a little bit, as I mentioned, because I banged or I crashed into, or rather pit maneuvered the Red Bull, which was, he would have won the race basically if I didn't do that pit maneuver. So yeah, but I guess I have to take what I get, and I also get 1 extra point for fastest lap. So really good, 26 points, the maximum I could have got out of the weekend, and also my first win of the season. So that is really good there. So I'm really happy with that. Going into the main final standings as well, so added 26 points, so I'm having about 186 points currently. So I managed to increase my gap over 3rd place and solidifying it more. So that is really good as well. So let's see how it would go in the next races. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.